Ladies and gentlemen, it is now week 6 of fantasy football. Baseball's over. We all know who won that one. Hockey's approaching. Basketball's approaching. But when it's all said and done, right now, what really matters is fantasy football. It is week 6. It's a very important week. Now, why you say that? It's because now is a make or break for your season. I do sometimes say, hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But right now, week 6 is important. And I'll get into that. I am your host, Edwin, a.k.a. Florida, a.k.a. The Devil, a.k.a. one of the Green Boys, a.k.a. one of the Minions, a.k.a. the Yapper, a.k.a. the Yankee Hater, a.k.a. where were you when the Mets lost? Don't worry about that. I was handling business like I usually do. Once again, the reason why I say week 6 is important is because it's do or die. So at this point, you kind of see where your team is heading. Are you trending upwards? Are you trending downwards? Are you stuck in the middle? Do you need to make a trade? Is your season over? Now is when you figure everything out. Week 5 was an incredible week because it kind of put things into perspective. I'm going to save my matchup for last for a reason. The reason why I say I'm going to save my matchup for last is because there was an individual, his name is Pop, who gloated about his week 1 victory. And listen, I'll give it to you. Your players played well. My players didn't. I was focused on fantasy baseball. We all see who won that one. So I had a plan in mind. It's like, yes, you got your victory. Cool. That was your Super Bowl. I'm so happy for you. But I need to focus on baseball. I did that. I won. Boom. Attention is now set to football. And I'll get into that in a moment. But I want to get into everybody else. Not about me. It's about everybody else. There's some interesting matchups. The reason why I say that is because now there's the East, there's the West. If I'm being honest, I'm not being biased. I do want to say that the West division might be the tougher division. There's a lot of heavy hitters. But in the division that I am in, it's myself. It is licensed to Kelsey, who is Eric Noel. We have Rico in the division. We have Pop in the division. We have Javon in the division. And then we have Jay in the division. In the East, there's Lou. There is Russia. There's Burry. There's Ramon. There's Gio. And then there's Chaos Agent. It's a good division. I just feel like the West is tougher. A lot of heavy hitters on that side. A lot of teams who, the record will state for itself. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. But I want to get into week 5's matchup because now there's a lot of injuries, preceding week 4. A lot of moves were made. This is going to be this is the key moment, I feel personally. It's the key moment for everybody. Now is where you decide, is my team going to be the team that rises to the occasion? Is my season done for? Do I butcher my team? Do I trade with a player? Am I missing a piece? It's where you figure everything out. So I want to get into that. First, we do have Pop, the waiver wonder, going up against Eric Noel. Pop losing 144.02 to 170.68. Eric's top performers. You know what? Listen, man, I'm going to give this man his credit. He's been great all season. He wasn't great last year. Javonte Williams leading the way with 26.9. Travis Kelce showing up in prime time, getting 19.1. And of course, my boy Garrett Wilson with 19.1. Those were his 3 top performers. As for Pop, Egbuka, steal of the draft. I'm just going to say it right there. Steal of the draft. I mean, we all knew his potential, but this man is clearly, in my opinion, has taken Mike Evans' job, has taken Chris Godwin's job, or Godwin, however you want to pronounce it, as the number 2 if Mike Evans is the number 1. This kid he's phenomenal, man. He's phenomenal. Despite Josh Allen having a okay game, he got 19 points from Josh Allen. Nico Collins with 16. That blowout, Texans, Ravens. I'll get to that later on because it involved one of my players. Eric, 170.68 to 144.02. Eric is now second in the division with a 3-2 record. Pop is also 3-2. But Pop is, Pop's team didn't show up. Let me get to the box score real quick because I want to kind of dive into Pop's team. Pop has Tony Pollard, Cam Scatterbo, who I dropped. And I'll say it, I dropped him kind of early. Pop got 12 points from the Texans defense. But when you're getting threes from your tight ends, your receivers, your flexes, it's not looking good, man. It's 3.9, 3.7, 3.2. It's not going to win you some ball games. Did Josh Allen underperform? You can say so. He was projected 22 and he only got 19. Let's give the New England Patriots some credit. They came out to ball. It was a more personal game for Stephon Diggs. Now, Pop can say that his team lost due to the fact that Josh Jacobs was out. He had a lot of players on a bye. Tucker Kraft, Jaylen Warren, DJ Moore, Josh Jacobs. He lost Connor for the year. To be honest, I don't know why he's on your IR, but hey, I'm not the GM. It's not my team. And as for Eric lost Aaron Jones Sr. and Christian Watson. But honestly speaking, and mind you, Brock Bowers did not play. But Eric has a good team. Listen, Calvin Ridley. Shout out to the Texans. The Tennessee Titans, who are the Texans technically. But shout out to Calvin Ridley for showing up. Got him 18.1. Achin, despite a decent game, got him 16. Jahmyr Gibbs, pardon me, forgive my pronouncing today, 16.7. Bo Nix with 17.88, getting the win against the Eagles. Eric has a solid team also, and this is despite Jakobi Meyers, who is stuck right now in the Raiders. Remember, you heard it here first. Jakobi Meyers will be traded before the trading deadline. I'm hearing the Jets. I'm hearing some other teams, but more importantly, I'm hearing the Jets to give Garrett Wilson that number 2. So that'll be interesting, because if that does happen, does Eric play them both again? Does he go to a different route? We'll see. But shout out to Eric for beating Pop. So now they're both tied with a 3-2 record, but Eric having more points throughout the season has placed him in second. Let's get to TaylorMade, which is Rico, coming out victorious against Jay, my fellow Green Boy, man. I don't know what's going on, man. You know what? Let's talk business, man. I'm in a giving mood. Pause, and that's gonna be the only pause I'm gonna give for today. I'm in a giving mood. Let's talk. You want Jalen Hurts? I think we can work a deal out. But Rico coming out victorious, 149.64 to 137.54. Listen, Jay had a great game. He had a great game. It's just Jonathan Taylor, who killed me in another league. The man got 3 touchdowns, 66 yards. Sam Darnold having an amazing game. And Javon, I do want to shout you out because you have mentioned the Seahawks, and I wasn't a believer, but you know what? The Seahawks, I think they might run away with that division. I think that they can easily overtake the Rams as being the best team in the West. 49ers are done. So glad to hear that. Stephon Diggs with 24. Listen, Jay got 20 from Laporta, 19.4 from Devontae Smith, 18.3 from my former Jet Michael Carter. But like I said, when you're going up against Jonathan Taylor getting 3 touchdowns, Stephon Diggs, it was a rivalry game for him. Dallas Goedert performing, Khalil Shakir getting 11. Yeah, man. Zay Flowers, despite no quarterback, getting him 12. This was a close game. Let's not sit here and put all the negativity on Jay. But listen, Jay had 17 from Daniels, Gentry with 15, Chase Brown with 11, Harrison Jr. has been balling surprisingly with 13. Quentin Johnson didn't perform. Other than that, look at him: 20 from Laporta, 19 Devontae Smith, Trey Tucker 11, Carter with 18. The Eagles defense also kind of played a part in this, getting only 1 point. Spencer Schrader, torn ACL and MCL. He is done for the year. So, that also helps. Because, you figure, let's just say your kicker gives you 8. That's 145. This was a really close game. Had his kicker not get hurt? You never know. Listen, he had on his bench. We can't do this. I had a player on my bench. Had I start them? We didn't. So, therefore, can't do that. But he did have Tyquan Thornton with 12 on the bench, Daniel Jones with 16, Cooper Kupp with 11. You know, things could have easily changed, so we'll see. But Jay, I'm rooting for you, man. You're going to get your first win next week. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. The next matchup that we have was Russia against Cover 2. Lou, Russia. Actually, no, he didn't. Look at that. Let me take a look at something really quick. Hold on, fellas. Because I mean, Russia was like scheduled to get like 300 points. What are we? That was week 5, week 4. Okay, yeah, I still got the record. Okay. Yeah, so shout out to Russia scoring 208.94 points. Rico Dowdle, you know what? Great pickup. Kyron Williams getting 31. Dowdle with 32. JSN with 27. Once again, when your players are giving you 20 plus points, it's like you're guaranteed. You're guaranteed to win. Mahomes with 26. Saquon with 17. Kyron Williams 31. JSN 27. Xavier Worthy 11. David Montgomery. It was a welcome home game. It was a homecoming game. 18 points. Deebo Samuel, who I must say, great pickup. 23.6. Overall performance, great performance. He is second in the division with 3-2 record. You know, his bench, you know, Travis Hunter, who finally showed out yesterday. Jordan Addison with that late touchdown. I wish it went to my boy Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I mean, look, Jake Tonges, or however you pronounce his name, got him 17 on the bench. Like, Russia has a really good team. Let's see if this holds up all year. As for Lou, Jared Goff getting him 20. You know, Puka might be the number 1 receiver in the league with 24.5, 21.4 from Rashid Shaheed. But then everything else just goes downhill from there. Xavier Scott with -2. Or the Rams defense -2. Xavier Scott -0.2. Yeah, when you get a negative, it's not looking good. There's something going on with A.J. Brown's just not getting the ball. I don't know if it's internally, if it's just, you know, it's too early in the season. Nick Chubb, who stole a touchdown from my player. But you know what? Shout out to Nick Chubb. Yeah, man. I mean, whoever played Russia wasn't going to win this week. Nobody. Just Russia's team just was going to be the best team in the week. You know, but it's interesting because week 6 presents a lot of good matchups where, you know, listen, I've started out 0-4, 0-5. There is hope, but you got to win this week. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, Lou, I'm rooting for you. The next matchup, we have Bury going up against Ramon, and Ramon coming out with the victory, 138.3 to 132.48. Bury's top performers were Dak Prescott with 28. I'm surprised you're going against my team, the Jets. You should have had more than that, but hey. Ferguson with 23 and Devontae with 13. As for Ramon, the victorious in this win, 27.9 from McCaffrey, 21.3 from Theo Johnson, Kyler Murray getting 15.3. So there's an interesting stat about Kyler Murray today. I've realized, I think it's been since 2024, last year, I want to say like around November, Kyler Murray has not thrown for 300 yards in over a year. Like, this is insane. And it's come to the point that I just think he doesn't care anymore. I honestly feel like, hey, I got my money. I'm just here. You know, he plays baseball, he plays football, but I think the passion for football is gone. And if I'm Arizona, at a certain point, you just might need to let that go. Get him out of there, ship him somewhere else. You know, just move on from it, because there's talent around there. But it's not looking good, man. The next matchup we had was Le Chaos Agent, Eric, defeating Gio 127.12 to 125.84. Jamar Chase came to play. Thank you, Lord. 29 points from Jamar Chase. Krosky Merritt with 27. And Njoku with 18. You know, those are good numbers. Here's the shocker. Justin Fields, 25.92. He got Rachaad White with 23 points. Cortland Sutton with 17. Let me take a look at something really quick. Man, what is Justin Fields ranked? He is the number 12 ranked quarterback in fantasy. I mean, despite the injury game, the man's putting up 25 plus. Like, that's incredible. So, listen, Eric, shout out to Eric picking Justin Fields. I mean, he's 4-1 for a reason. Tied for best record in the league, first in his division. As for Gio, I mean, Trayvon Henderson, it's, things might change because I just read just now. So this guy, Antonio Gibson, out for the year, torn ACL. So that's going to give Trayvon Henderson more time. Ramondre Stevenson, if he can stop fumbling, that'll give, Henderson more time. Jalen Tolbert getting him 0 points. The Giants defense getting him 0. I'll be honest, there's really nothing that he could have done to change the... yes, technically, yes, he could have. Pardon me. You sub out Tolbert for... And like I said, I don't like doing this, but he had somebody on his bench who could have given him points, and that could have won the matchup. But listen, they were both... I believe they were both 3-1. So it's like somebody was going to be 3-2, somebody was going to be 4-1. It was bound to happen. Herbert getting him 14. Something's going on with the Chargers. Like I said, Herbert 14, Henderson 4, Charbonnet got him 11, 29 from Chase. You'll take that any day. McBride got him 9. DeMarcus Robinson getting him 6. Nobody expected the Giants to lose to New Orleans and then play that bad. So I get it. I almost picked the Giants defense also, but I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let me stick with Denver. Still lost them out of the league. This is the only league that I won. And let me get to that. So my matchup, I was going up against Javon, and myself coming out victorious, 140.2 to 121.76. Despite an injury from Amarion Hampton, I got 19 from Hurts, Hampton with 13, Quinshawn Judkins with 13, Justin Jefferson with 19, St. Brown with 18, Tyler Warren with 14, Woody Marks. So either John, pardon me, that's not the coach, D'Amico Ryans, either he plays fantasy football and was like, you know what, I have Nick Chubb on my team, or I'm going up against Woody Marks, let me bench him. Either that, or they were trying to, I don't know what's going on. The guy put on a wonderful performance, and you barely give him the ball the next week. They still won. They beat the Ravens. Mind you, the Ravens didn't have anybody really, but beat the Ravens. But 2.4, I put him in all my leagues like I did last week. Unfortunately, he didn't perform for me. Still got the victory, but did not perform for me. Hence the reason why I lost in the rest of my leagues. McCaffrey getting me 6. Darren Waller, thank you very much, getting me 18.8. I believe with Tyreek Hill gone, he is now the number 1 target. Waddle is good, but I feel like Darren Waller is going to produce numbers for Tua. Tall target, is going to get the ball, fresh off of a divorce, fresh off a rap career that didn't go anywhere. He's going to do some numbers, and I'm happy with that pickup. Lions defense getting me 10 despite giving up shitload of touchdowns towards the ends. Jake Bates with a decent game, or okay, subpar game, getting me 5. As for Javon got 28.76, and I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, I was nervous because I'm like, this guy keeps throwing touchdowns instead of handing the ball over to Woody Marks. But 28 from CJ Stroud, Breece Hall, despite the fumble, getting 17. Jordan Mason with 12, Brian Thomas Jr. with 12, A.O. Maynard getting him 3.8. And I feel like that would have made a difference because all week they were saying Ridley was going to be out. They said that A.O. Maynard was going to be the number 1 focus. And then I'm watching the game. I'm like, wait, everybody's getting the ball except this guy. It was like halftime, and he had no reception, no points. So I feel like had that man produced, who I feel is the number 1 target or the number 1 option for Cam Ward, this could have changed. Fannin getting a touchdown. Jameson Williams getting him 2. Waddle got him a good 23. Etienne with 8. The Seahawks defense, -5. That hurt Javon, but helped me also because it was a great matchup, great game. If you missed it, try to watch it, the replay. Like, it was a great game. Two quarterbacks going back and forth. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these are two quarterbacks from the 2018 draft. Baker went first, Darnold went third. This was a really good matchup. Two good teams. I would love to see these two teams go at it again. Brandon Aubrey getting him 7. I mean, if I'm being honest, man, a lot of injuries for Javon. CeeDee Lamb's out, Lamar Jackson's out, Ayuk's out, Coker's out. There's still time. He's 2-3. But right now he is last in the division. And speaking of the division, let's get to the standings. So in the East Coast, we have Le Chaos Agent with a 4-1 record, 73% chance to make the playoffs. Empire Strikes Barkley at 3-2. Dak of All Trades is 3-2. Chase London 3-2. Post Mahomes with the 2-3 record, and then Cover 2 Lou 0-5. In the West, myself leading the division, and I wanted to get back to that because I knew I forgot something. Pop was glorifying how he beat me. Pause. He was so happy that he won. Oh, it's over. It was his Super Bowl, and I'm glad that he won. I'm glad he got that out the way. Because ever since, I've just been on a 4-game winning streak. 78% chance to make the playoffs. And my rookies, my players are playing the way they're supposed to play. Jay did mention this, and I do want to shout out Jay for mentioning that. I'm not being biased, but I think when it's all said and done, I just might have the best team in the league. And if I don't have the best team in the league, I would say Eric. Either Eric's might have the best team in the league. It's just my personal opinion. These are opinions. These are not facts. Later on, they'll be facts, but that's just my personal opinion. So we have Eric with a 3-2 record, Rico with a 3-2 record, Pop with a 3-2 record at 3-2. I just mentioned that, so pardon me. They're 1 game behind me. We have Javon at 2-3, and then we have Jay at 0-5. Let's get to the Week 6 matchups. And once again, fellas, even though if you're 0-5, if you're 2-3, don't let that ruin your season. It's, things change. Things can change like that. If we're basing it on season stats, and I just want to take a look here, Eric Rosario is the Chaos Agent, is ranked the #1 team based on points forced and points allowed. So shout out to Eric. They have myself at 2nd, Eric Noel at 3rd, Russia at 4, Burry at 5, Rico at 6, Pop at 7, Gio at 8, Yvonne 9, Ramon 10th, Jay at 11, and then 12 for Cover 2 Lou. Jay, holla at me. I'm going to send you a trade offer. I think this will help both teams. But your Week 6 matchups, I did say I would get into that. So for Week 6, look at this. Myself versus Burry. So, I have to make some roster moves, but they have Burry projected to win 153.4, and I see what they're doing because they have Stafford 20, Dak Prescott with 18, Devontae with 17. These are just projections. But I'm missing 2 players. So right now they have they have Burry projected to win 153.4 to 90.3. It's going to be a good matchup. So I do want to say best of luck to Burry. We have Russia going up against Pop. They have Russia projected to win 149.3 to 139.1. Gio going up against Rico. They have Rico coming out victorious 131.7 to 119. And these are all projections, mind you. Le Chaos Agent going up against Jay. Can Jay get his first win? They have Eric projected to win 138 to 135. They have Ramon going up against Javon. They have Javon coming up short 136.6 to 102.8. But this can swing either way. This one's going to be an interesting matchup. Does Lamar Jackson play? And if Lamar doesn't play, does Javon make a move? Does Javon make a trade that'll bolster his team? He's only 1 game out. Or 2 games out, pardon me. And then we have Eric Noel going up against Lou. They have Eric projected, and mind you, these projections, I'm only just saying the projections because there's some people, myself included, that have only 9 players compared to the 11. But they do have Eric coming out victorious 132.5 to 109.7. This is an important week, fellas, because this is going to determine everything. Are you going to make the trade? Are you content with your team? Is it over for you? Or are you cruising where it's like, man, this is cakewalk? I'll be honest, getting a bye in football helps so much because as the season winds down, you start to see teams, if they've already solidified their spot, they'll start benching players. Then the waiver wire becomes, a scramble. It's a lot. But it's going to be an interesting matchup. So I do want to say best of luck to everybody. You know what? I want to do predictions. And I'll start from the bottom up to the top. I got Eric coming out victorious. I just feel like Lou's team. Listen, don't get me wrong. I want Lou to win. But if I'm being honest right now, the A.J. Brown, that's against the Giants. So that can change things. He does get some players back. He gets Pitts back. DeAndre Swift. This could be interesting. And fellas, understand we do have a 9:30 game. It's the Jets and Broncos. I know you may not want to watch it. I am because it's my team. But don't forget to set your lineups early. You know what's crazy? Eric only has 9 players, and they still got him projected 132. Eric has a very solid team. Does he start the Colts defense? Does he start the Steelers defense? Decisions. But I got Eric coming out victorious. The next matchup, Javon versus Ramon. I gotta go Ramon. CJ Stroud is on a bye. So is Jordan Mason. You're not sure if Lamar plays. If he does, then cool. If he doesn't, then you gotta pick up a quarterback. But I do got Ramon coming out victorious. La Chaos Agent versus the Carter Cartel. Sorry, Jay. Gotta go with Eric. I did say earlier that I want you to win and that you're gonna win next week. You gotta pick up a kicker, but let's make a trade, man. You know what? I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna record something shortly. Like, I want to make a trade with Jay. I got you. Let's talk business, man. Let me leave that matchup alone because that can change. If I make this trade, that can change. And then we have Gio going up against Rico. Based on the teams, let's see. Let's take a look at the bench. He does get the Falcons back. This is interesting. Both 3-2. Jordan Love is going against Cincy. That can change things. I'm going to have to go Rico on this one. Rico's team. And once again, this all depends on Lamar Jackson coming back. But I got Rico winning this one. Do we even got to get into who I think is winning this one? Pop versus Russia. Josh Allen is playing on Monday, so that does change things. He does perform in prime time. Well, minus last week, but it's gonna be interesting. You know what? I got Pop winning this week. I have Pop winning this week. If he makes one move, I'm not gonna say it on here. If he makes one move, I got Pop winning this week. And myself versus Burry. If I'm going to be honest, I think this might be the week that I come out victorious again. What, you thought I was going to lose to Burry? Get out of here. Prescott's going against Carolina. That might be tricky. I do not have faith in Derrick Henry. He does have James Cook on Monday. Oh, shit. I didn't realize Justin Jefferson's on a bye. You know what? Let me change my answer. You know what, Burry, you might have me this week. So I got Burry winning. It's okay to lose, but I got Burry coming out victorious. See, I'm fair. I'm not biased. I'm an honest guy, despite all the rumors. But yeah, I got Burry. Unless I make a move, things can change. Oh shit, I gotta look. I see. Okay, I'll be fine. But yeah, Burry, you might win this one. So those are my predictions. This is your week 6 recap. Hope you guys enjoy. And I was just testing something new. So, just do want to say one other thing. Very, very soon, I am going to announce I have a new podcast coming out. It's called Fan Life. And I'm very excited for the first episode. That'll be recording soon. The goal is to publish it on Apple, Spotify, anywhere where you can hear a podcast. So I do ask fellas, please, like and support. And if you want to be a guest on the show, talk to me. I got you. Week 6. Let's go.